So we have to follow the 4 objectives. But you will see in the 4 objectives, we have also artha and calm, right? Now, at times we think, is artha important for us to reach moksha? Is calm important for us to reach moksha, right? So the 4 objectives of life as prescribed per Veda is dharma, artha, calm, and moksha. And as you know, it should go in the same order. Dharma should be placed the first. Dharma, as you know, means righteousness, good things, good actions. Artha is the second, which is money, wealth, or property. Calm, desires, sensual sexual pleasures, and moksha, which is the final goal of life, that is liberation, right? So we have to go accordingly. We can't, for example, okay, we have artha, we can't say calm should be the second and artha should be the third. Okay, why? We can't change the positions. Why? Because a student, a disciple goes to the Gurukul. He studies. And then he works. And then he gets married. Right? And then life goes on. So the point here is he has to work and then he has to get married. No, no one is going to marry him or her. S'il paye un travail, okay, il paye an income. So artha comes the second. And then when he or she is going to get married, there will be the enjoyment of desires and pleasures, right? It goes like that. And the final is, of course, moksha. Now, dharma should always be the first. We can get people, maybe those people who do not follow dharma. I mean, not dharma, kama, right? There can be people like that. For example, let's take the example of Swami Vivekananda. He did not get married. He did not involve in pleasures, right? And of course, he might have desires, but they were not, those kind of desires, right? So, Liposi Benjamin Nipape enjoy that one. But as it has been said in the Mahabharata, written by Vedyas, that for a man to succeed in his life, succeed to achieve the final goal of life, he has to go through all these stages. All these aims should be there in his life, right? So dharma should be placed the first. That's the normal. Just like when you have to write some words, you need to know the alphabets. Life also is like that. Without the dharma, without discipline, we are not going to have a good life. There will be life, but not a good one, right? Maybe a life full of problems, full of pleasures, merrymaking type of life, or materialist, right? So dharma should always be the first. That's why we say that we earn artha, we earn money according to dharma. We enjoy calm according to dharma. If we do so, we will attain moksha, right? We will definitely attain moksha. Now, when we say dharma, what is there in dharma to be practiced? There are, of course, so many things. Okay. Donc, dharma, we have said, say, righteousness, godliness, which are having, godly qualities, noble qualities, right? These are all dharma. And our dharma is, this is the most important one, Manav Dharma. Manav Dharma, which is the religion of mankind. What does it mean, the religion of mankind? Say, to be men, to be mankind, kind, right? To have values, good values, to have noble qualities. For example, helping people, sharing, and all, right? So, say Manav Dharma, right? Life today in Kali Yuga, especially, you can see around, humans we have many problems. We have many bad qualities. Jealousy, anger will end in a fight, and the fight will end with the death of someone. This is happening everywhere. But this is not Manav Dharma. Manav Dharma lies in forgiving. Of course, we should not tolerate injustice, but it should not go to such an extent that someone dies. We are not the one who takes life, no? So Manav Dharma should be practiced. Actually, this was what we were learning in the Gurukul. Having genuine faith in God is dharma. Okay, having faith in God is dharma. But at times, there is also the question, est-ce qu'un atheist lit pas capable follow dharma? If we are talking about having faith in God, right? An atheist, can he follow dharma? Atheist, which is someone who does not believe in God. Okay. My point of view for that will be yes, he can follow dharma. Because having genuine faith in God is one part of dharma. It's not dharma itself. Is one part of dharma. Another part of dharma can be helping. Another part of dharma can be forgiving. Another part of dharma can be feeding the poor. Right? So anyone actually can follow dharma. Atheist, anyone. Right? Bon. Practice of righteousness, any kind of righteousness, right? Now, this is a quote here. You can learn, remember, write in your own words, okay? According to Atharva Ved, we have 4 Veds, Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Sam Ved, Atharva Ved. According to that, dharma represents the fundamentals of true religion, the ideal of conduct, which is the foundation of righteous living. Okay, as I always tell you, you choose what you want to add as quotation, as reference in your work. Gete ki facile pour apprendre ou mettez dans un devoir. Okay, but you just note them somewhere. We have all these stuff, all these quotes, all these references, and then you choose your best, right? Now, the actual practice of worldly attainments, the following 2 aspects of religions are observed. Because dharma, religion, in our 2 aspects, the external and the internal. External aspect, you go to temple, you do Murti Puja, you do Havan, there are various modes of worship, the dress code, the food, for example, the traditional food that we eat, religious books, how we say namaste, another one will greet differently, right? So that's the external aspect. What the external aspect, can be different for all. For example, the religious book, the Ramayana, the Quran, the Bible, They are different things written, different stories written, but the thing is they go to the same goal. What Bible tells you, Ved also tell you the same, Quran also tell you the same. For example, to respect everyone, for example, to love everyone, right? Bon, ça c'est external aspect. What about the internal aspect? For example, dhyana, dharana, samadhi, etc. We'll see that in a while. Okay. In Hindu religion, they do japa. It can be mental japa. Don't let it in your heart. You are reciting, for example, Om Namah Shivaya, or you do japa with the mala, the garland, mala, right? Of the beads, right? That is also the internal. So the aspect of dharma, the internal aspect, which we are supposed to follow: forbearance, control of the mind, okay, forgiveness, non-stealing, cleanliness, control of senses, wisdom, knowledge, truth, non-anger. Okay. When you did in STE, when you did Ram, Ubyamem Dharma, you get the 10 principles of Dharma, which Ram was following, for example. It's the same thing, right? If you read different books, you may have different version of 10 different principles of Dharma. Okay, parce que ça can put us to perception. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, what is the first one? Can you explain?
The first one, forbearance. The power of enduring, the power of endurance, say forbearance. Right? So forbearance, control of mind, forgiveness, non-stealing, cleanliness, control of senses, wisdom, knowledge, truth, non-anger, right? Different principles of dharma to follow, what we call the internal, right? Dharma consists of observing the laws of the society. For example, nous vivons dans une société et une certaine la loi, which we have to follow. Or for example, the country has certain law we have to follow. It is our dharma. It also involves the practice of moral values. It is about the innate quality or the performing functioning basis of a particular thing, means dharma, right? The practice of 10 or 11 virtues as prescribed by Manu, the 10 virtues, right? That is dharma. Detachment is dharma. Pure action is dharma. Godliness, cleanliness is dharma, right? So you have different perception. Now, what is the role of dharma? Is it important to follow dharma? Especially in this world, today's world, Kali Yuga, right? See this part first, right? Dharma is impartial conduct. Ne pas faire partiality. Impartial conduct based on truth and justice. C'est pour ça Krishna said we should not tolerate injustice. It may also be defined in other words. For example, dharma is the ideal form of conduct which builds the foundation for a right living. The key word here is right living. This is what we want, all of us. A good life, no? Right living, this is what we need, we want. No one wants problems. No one wants trouble, right? So to reach that level of right living, की foundation nu designer se dharma. Whichever one we follow, the external, the internal aspect, okay, to some qualities, we follow that. It is the very foundation of right living. Now, is dharma important? Yes, we have seen it is important because we need a good life without trouble. And we need a healthy society. You know, the society is sick today. The world is sick, right? By sick, I don't mean mental, no, but we have problems, great issues, big problems everywhere, right? So we need a healthy society. For that, we need to follow dharma. To have peace, to have progress, to have harmony, we need to follow dharma. Without dharma, all these things won't happen. All these things will vanish. Auparavant, we had harmony, we had peace in the society. Why? Our ancestors or great ancestors, for example, or even if you talk about the Satyug, you talk about the Treta Yuga, we did not have problems like we had today because people were following dharma, right? And we should go above this notion that following dharma means following religion. It is part of it. We have seen the external aspect. It is part of it. We don't deny. But it's not only that. We still have this notion that, okay, dharma means religion. I have to follow my religion as it is. Okay, we have to. But together with that, we respect others also. Together with that, we help others also. Right? So what is happening today is due to lack of implementation of dharma. Since we lack that, we have problem today. Who are the ones who are not implementing dharma? Nous-mêmes, the individuals, and at various levels of the society. Individuals, our neighbors, government, if we have king or government, and others, right? So since we are not implementing what is needed, dharma, what is the consequence? We have deception, we have dishonesty, we have injustice, we have greed, anger, selfishness, and violence. What you all see today, the level of crime today, right? These days, there's much talk about keeping religion away from politics. This is because dharma or true religion is neither being properly understood nor followed. That is another problem again. Right? So, dharma, the important, we have seen. Maybe you can get a question, est-ce que dharma should be followed in this Kali Yuga, in this modern age? Mais ou pas pour gagner une question 20 points as such, non? Okay, peut-être 10 points also. We'll discuss questions later about the marks and all, but you may get that. It is said that age destroys youth. Ça, moi, je trouve ça intéressant, if you can add it. Age destroys youth. Disease destroys body. Death destroys physical existence. C'est-à-dire, nous les pas exister. But Nothing destroys dharma. Nothing destroys dharma. Dharma cannot be defeated. Dharma cannot be destroyed. Dharma will always triumph. No, Manujya, in India, they say Satyameva Jayate. The truth, dharma always wins, right? So this is a bit about dharma. The other you can read, but just go read it. You are not going to use everything for your work. The basic knowledge that you have about purushartha, this is what is going to help you, and how you go on to compare the traditional one and the present life. Okay, so let's move to artha. Artha, as you know, Vidya, money. Artha means wealth, right? But above all these, artha aussi veut dire knowledge, right? Knowledge. Comment? Pardon. Material knowledge which relates to matter, all material objects, art, sciences. It includes all knowledge which relates to our daily life, external world, and all the activities, right? You have a certain knowledge, you get a job, you work every day, you go to work, right, to earn a living. That knowledge of the work that you have, ça aussi c'est artha, the knowledge, material, you can say, right? Next is material wealth. Material wealth is money, jewelry, movable, immovable material possessions like the house, the car, etc. Tout ça là, c'est wealth. Right? For example, in our other example, like food, also dress, etc. Right? The general view is that money can buy everything, even human beings. This is what people nowadays tend to believe, that money can buy everything. At times they say even happiness, no? Even happiness. But it depends on the person, it depends on their perception as well. For me personally, zut aussi bien as a perception, of course. If ever you are writing on it, if you say money can buy everything, good, you justify yourself. No. Sinon, dear, money cannot buy everything. Pour moi, money cannot buy everything. No. Parce que if I'm not happy, my money is not going to buy my happiness. If I'm sick, my money can help me to get better. But if I have a big problem, maybe cancer and all, at times they can't cure themselves, but they have lots of money. Okay, well, there are many examples. The point is you can justify yourself, what your belief, your perception is, right? We often hear that there is no life without money. Quelque part, il est vrai, parce que if you don't have money, you don't have food, you can't fulfill your basic needs, right? But the thing is, malgré qu'il y ait un affaire bien important, the artha is very important in our life. We need to bring the balance. How to bring the balance? Si nous disons qu'il n'y a pas follow dharma, there will be no balance in artha. But if we have been following dharma well, we will know the right balance, right? Now, another way of explaining artha is health. Souvent, des fois, nous disons, in English, we say health is wealth. Si nous avons la santé, nous avons tout, right? Another is contentment. Ça, c'est one of the greatest wealth, you can say, contentment. Parce que if we are not content, nous pouvons, comme si, comment dire ça? Nous pouvons deviate, the right word is deviate. We will be deviated, right? Having contentment in ourselves, it's like a kind of satisfaction, you can say, contentment. Having contentment means we are content, we are happy with what we get, with what we have. We don't have extreme desires. You know? So this is also artha, a form of artha. Now, is the material wealth important? In India, oui, il est bien important parce que we need money, we need everything. But we say, no, excess of everything is bad. Just like excess of sugar is bad. So excess of money also is bad. But if provided we have the excess of money, but we are using properly, for example, donations, helping people, no? Then it's worth it. Right? We should not feel intoxicated by wealth. People say that, you know, when people becomes wealthy, they get intoxicated, they start getting bad qualities. Please give me a minute. Okay. So right, so we were saying that excess is bad, and we need not get intoxicated by wealth. And wealth should be utilized to fulfill genuine needs and not the desires, because desires, they never end, right? So money won't be enough at all to fulfill desires. Surplus of money should be utilized for good causes. For example, donations to the needy, to the underprivileged, right? To charitable organizations and all. We should donate there, right? So these are some phrases about money. You can use one, for example, in your work. Money can buy a house, but not a happy home. You choose, you see, right? This is interesting. Chanakya has said, Chanakya was the sage, Chanakya, right? He was a sage, a great Indian thinker. He has said, wealth which is procured through just and truthful means is worthy, right? Just and truthful means we work hard, we earn, we don't do bad things, we don't do injustice, no corruption and all. The right way of earning money. Another philosopher has said, money obtained by wrong means will disappear bit by bit. Money earned bit by bit by right means will grow and grow, right? You can use that also. What Gandhi has said, the world is enough for everyone's needs, but not ever enough for men's greed. The resources that we have, the money that we have is enough for the needs, but they will never be enough for the greed that we have. So in short, artha is important. You give your version, le plus important qui tout ou pas, but it should be according to dharma, right? Now moving to calm. Calm means desires, enjoyment of pleasures, sensual, sexual pleasures, right? They are important.